Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to Crochet Witch Tarot. And today I have a walkthrough for you all of the new white edition of the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. Now I got this in on Sunday. Yes, Sunday, and I'm filming this on Wednesday. So I've had this for a few days now. I have used it every day, multiple times a day, ever since. I am so head over heels for this deck already. And I wanted to do a walkthrough. I didn't end up doing an unboxing or first impressions, mostly because I just got too excited. But I have mentioned it in at least one video already, and oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Someone asked somewhere, I can't remember where, for a walkthrough, so here we are. And it is it's a pretty deck. It really, it deserves its walkthrough. So I keep turning around the box because, like, the pink. Are you kidding? The pink. So this deck has been out for a bit, but in a black and kind of like orange version, which is so awesome. And I loved that deck when I saw it. For some reason, it just didn't feel like something for me though. I liked to admire it from afar, but then this one came out and I mean, come on. They really targeted me here with the pink. But it just totally kind of changed the way the deck felt to me. So anyway, I'm teasing now, aren't I? Let's get into the deck. It also comes with this full hardcover guidebook that is, oh my, I mean, it's so pretty. It's so well done. This was a pricier deck to get for sure, but not to the point where there aren't decks out there that are the same price where you would just get this. But you get this, and again, this really nice hardcover guidebook. It's got the ribbon. I mean, it's really well done. So we've got a magnet clamshell style box with a really cool quote on the inside from the creator. And this is what the inside looks like, again, with this pink. And the backs are these really pretty iridescent planchettes, I think is how you say that, with the rainbow in the middle. It's so good. And the back, will this pick it up? The backs are kind of like pearlized. I don't think it's gonna pick it up really. But the white isn't flat. It's like a pearl white, which is so pretty. So this deck is not in order anymore because I have been using it, but I figured since it's an oracle, that wouldn't matter so much if I don't put it back in order. So is that like gonna be too much? No, I think we're good. So this is the inside as well. We've got, how good is that? The pink, I can't. So we've got the same gilding on the side as we do with the book, which is a really cool detail. I'm not usually one for gilding, but I mean, I could forgive it on this. And what was I gonna say about the cardstock? It's like a smooth matte, I would say. Similar to, what did I compare it to? It's similar to me, like, as the texture of Woodland Wardens, but like nicer cardstock than Woodland Wardens. That's what I could compare it to. I can't think of what else I have that has this cardstock, but I totally had it in mind the other day. I can't think of it, but like, oh, think of an upgraded Woodland Wardens cardstock. Anyway, let's get into the cards, shall we? I am filming this a little bit late at night, so my apologies for the all over the place-ness. So we have Nourish, and we have the same holographic effect on the front. And I could see possibly the font being a little bit hard to read for some people, especially since it kind of flashes in the light. I've not had any problems with that, but you know, something to be aware of, I suppose. Create. I love this with sewing up you know, at first it seems like a glove, but it's more kind of like skin over bone. faithful with our dog. So cute. Letters to Death. It's a really interesting premise to this deck of kind of making ourselves comfortable with the idea of death. Be present. Adventure. We've got this butterfly holding a key there, kind of to unlock the gates to whatever adventure awaits. Home is where the heart is. I've gotten this card already, and I love, the guidebook is really well written in my opinion. The creator's personality just really comes through in the writing, which I think is so cool. But this embroidery was actually done by her grandmother. So she does embroider all of these images. I don't know if you can see how it's like stitches that she has caught on camera somehow and made it into cards. I don't really know the process, but I love it and I think it's so cool. But this one was done by her grandmother, who she says it was a big inspiration in her artwork with embroidery. So I just thought that was really cool. Love and Blood. Comforted. It's just a lot of really powerful images too. Sanctuary. This is one of my favorites. I just think it's so pretty. Beauty. Self-love. What does that say? Grandpa. Okay, so this is the one the one card that trips me up when I try and read it. I keep thinking it says Brandon. I don't know why my brain registers it as Brandon every single time at first, but it is Grandpa. Anyways, Autumn Equinox. That's today and / tomorrow, depending on how you see it. Love it. Decadence. I love that keyword. Overcome. Impervious. That's a good word. Impervious. I like saying that word, impervious. Ancestors. Twins. This one cracks me up. The card talks about, like, you know, you don't have to obviously be a twin, but it does kind of mention that, which is funny to me because I do actually have a twin sister. We are not identical, so this would not be us, but I do think it's funny. Breath Between. Father. Summer Solstice. I love the lion head as the sun. I think that's really cool. Transform. Expression. The deck incorporates a lot of deities as well, which is interesting. Surrender. This is another one of my favorites with the 3 fates. I just think that is so cool. So interesting. Crow's Eye View. Yeah, so this is this card is the Morrigan. So it doesn't make it the main focus, but I do like how we have that incorporated. Dance. Familiar. I love that it's a stag card. Temptress. With the mermaid. How good is that? Doesn't it look like the Little Mermaid too? I think that's so funny. They, them. I love the inclusion of this card. I just think that's so cool. Grandma. Companion. The cat. I like how we get a dog and a cat, and I feel like it really encaptures the energies of dog and cat, of dog being faithful and cat being more of a companion type figure. I feel like that's fitting. Pathfinder. Rainbreaker. Goodbye. So this card is noted as one that you can you know, leave in to use as an oracle card. It has a whole oracle meaning too, but you can also use it to like close out readings if you are using this deck as a tool for spirit communication anyway. It's sort of a card you can put down to be like, all right, we're done here, you can go, which I think is a really cool inclusion there. Abundant intuition. Release tears. Absolute protection. Divine chaos. I love this card. I have not actually read the meaning yet, but just divine chaos. Like, yes. You know what? We're going to use this as our example for the guidebook. I do feel like I should read a section of the guidebook, and we're going to read divine chaos. I've decided. Vulnerable. Sense. I really like the association with the bat there. Sister. Perspective. So pretty. Legacy. Little ones. Look at all the animals. So cute. Ooh. Rest. Star reader. Truth seeker. Weaver. Community. Innocence. Winter solstice. Pinky swear with the friendship bracelets. I just think that's so funny. Balance. Celebrate uniqueness. Cunning. Our song. Brother. Cherish me. Oh, look at that. That's a really cool card. Live deliciously. That's a card I really like too. The Witch. Mother. Lovers. Again, I love with the rainbow heart in the background. So cute. Ether. Spring Equinox. Sacred Rage. This is a card I feel like that really stands out. When I was even watching just walkthroughs of the other edition of this, the black edition, this card, every time I saw it, and I feel like anyone doing a walkthrough was always like, oh my gosh, like Sacred Rage, wow. It's a really cool card. Samhain Veil Walker. And Rebel. So let's take a look at the guidebook with our Divine Chaos card here. I'm going to try and zoom in and see how that goes. Pull it in here. Is the light a little too bright? Let's see. Whoopsies. Okay. Good enough. So how many cards does this deck have? You know what? Why don't I show you the book, huh? That would be good. So, again, we get this full book here. And it's not just, I mean, come on. How pretty. So it's not just the meanings of the cards we get. Of course we get those, but we get this whole intro of how to use the deck, all these different ways. But then in the back, so it's 68 cards, which is a lot of cards for an oracle. You get all of these rituals you can do that are noted here, and a lot of, look at all the spreads you get. And in the guidebook, it also will note when it suggests doing a certain spread when you pull a certain card, which I think is really cool. So let's look at Divine Chaos, which is 28. Okay, so this is how it is broken up here. We get a description of the card, message from spirit, and an introspection reading message. A skeletal dragon towers above, beating her giant lace wings. She brings fire and destruction, but also gold coins that burst from her throat. Divine Chaos says we must endure a period of chaos, of change. There may be suffering, but this is lessened if we surrender and give up mental friction here. Whilst the dragon spits her fire, remember you are in a cool lake. You may duck your head under, retreat, and let the chaos reign above you. This too shall pass. You will emerge, you will heal. Spirit communing. This path is not easy, but remember you do not walk it alone. Lean on us, your spirit guides, ancestors, and deities. We need to clear a path for you and your betterment, so let go and allow us to. This is temporary. Surrender and rest whilst we work. There are jewels of wisdom to be found whilst you're hunkered down in the den of your surrender. The rest and experience will make you wiser. You'll have wisdom and your path will be clear. You'll be unstoppable. Introspection. If only we lived in a world where every day is a good day, but sadly we don't. Divine Chaos speaks of the changes you have faced recently, how you handled these times when they appeared before. It speaks of how valuable the choice of surrendering is. Be careful here and make sure surrendering is right for you. Do not confuse this moment with giving up. This card says, let's leave it up to fate, or let's remove mental friction here and see if it eases pain. It does not say, I'm not worth it, so I won't even try. It's a murky path, the road of introspection within your mind, and only you can traverse it. Make sure you utilize this power for your betterment and not your stagnation. Surrender now, try again soon. You'll know when it's go time. So good. Again, I just have not wanted to put down this deck since I got it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's so multi-purpose. It just really feels like something I can use for everything, which is I really love out of an oracle. It's another one that it's like kind of like my Memento Mori, where I feel like all I need is this deck in a reading. I have pulled it with tarot and it's really cool, but most of the time I just want to use it on its own, which is so neat. But other than that, I think that is all I have to share with you today. Let me know if you have the original black version of this deck, or if you have the white version coming. Let me know how you like it, because I've really been loving it so far. But I hope you are all having a wonderful autumn equinox, first of all, and a great end to your week.